It's white on white crimes. It's Latinos on Latinos, Puerto Ricans. But with my experience and with me being black, the black on black community is the least connected out of all of them. We don't stick together because we are so wounded from each other. We wounded because of the fact that when you wounded, you get numb, and when stuff happens, it don't even bother you. Like, our black on black crime is so high right now that it's crazy, but we don't march, we don't protest about that because it's just normal to us, and that's not right to me. It's not right in my eyes. But then we want to protest when when a policeman kills a black innocent man, which we have every right, and that's not fair. And if you want to say on their terms, yeah, they is here to protect and serve. And that's true. And that's not right. But on the other hand, if you want to say that, you can say the same thing, because black innocent people is dying on black crime. But we don't protest against that. We don't march around our city for that. We don't go around here, tearing the city down for that. That's just like an everyday thing to us, but it's not right in my eyes, because we all are equal. We all are one. And if you only strong as your weakest link. So if we killing our brothers each and every day, we can't be strong enough. And I feel like this is not going to bring a complete change. I'm trying to bring an overall change. People, I'm trying to bring an overall change to America. Which meaning for police brutality and black on black crime and any other crime. But just addressing this, it will put a Band-Aid over it, but once the Band-Aid get old, it's gonna bleed out again. Meaning, they're gonna put rules in place for police brutality, but us as black people, it's already rules out here. But I feel like we got to go above and beyond and think outside the box and come together as one without the law telling us. That's how we going to make a change. Meaning we have to stick together as one. And on top of that, this police brutality. That's how a change is going to be made in America. Otherwise, you just gonna keep having black on black crime. People gonna keep going to jail. Yeah, policemen is gonna start paying for this because of the George Floyd situation. But at the same time, the black on black crime is still gonna be going on, and we so numb to it that it's not gonna even bother us. And I feel like we shouldn't be like that. We should want to care about our brother or our sister. We should want to be there. We should want to love each other. I feel like our problem is we want to compete. We want to compete at the highest levels of relationships. Husband and wife supposed to be ones. And like I said on my other show, you got people fighting. You got husband and wife competing against each other. You don't see a husband and wife on a white person or a Chinese. Why you think they open up all these hair salons and all these and all these nail shops? Because they sticking together. They're not competing against each other. Us people, we want to compete instead of being one. Opening up a business and supporting each other. The husband and wife want to compete against each other. Then you go down further. The baby mama and baby daddy. They definitely always compete each other because 80% of people who have kids is not together in the black community. It's not together. 80%. So in order for it to be a complete change, you have to respect yourself and your own people. That's where it starts from. Have people ever heard the saying, you got to take care of home before you take care of anything? Even the Bible says that you have to take care of your home before you take care of anything. So meaning we got to take care of our people before we take care of this. Because our people is just as important as police brutality. Just as important. And can't nobody tell me that it's not. No. Black lives matter to a certain extent. So this Black Lives stuff, man, it make us look like a joke. Because it only supports us when it's convenient for us. And not all the time. So Black lives don't matter all the time. Black lives only matter to a certain extent. Until we can take care of our people and stop killing each other, then Black lives will truly matter. Man, it really speeds me up to keep hearing it and saying this, and we not really doing this. We shouldn't have to all come together as one finally when when it's been going on. We should come together when one of our brothers gets shot by one of our other brothers. We should want to come together. The same energy we got for George Floyd, the same energy we should have for our other black on black crimes. Otherwise, it's not going to truly be a fully change. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for Black lives. I'm definitely for them. But fair is fair. And I'm a neutral person. And sometimes you got to talk about the uncomfortable things to get people to understand the real. Get them to understand the real. Not half feeding you. Not half feeding you. And don't get me wrong, police brutality is bad. And it's bad. It's because they is here to protect and serve. But I'm more concerned of an overall view of both our black on black crime and police brutality. I'm concerned about both because I want both to change. One can't change and the other one stay the same. That's not going to be a fully change, because that's saying that it's okay to kill our own people, but when a police officer kills us, we want to march. And don't get me wrong, we have every right to do that, because like I keep telling you and stressing, they is here to serve, to protect and serve. And they not doing their job. And don't get me wrong, to all the good cops out there, do not feel bad, because keep doing your job. You is not being, you know what I'm saying, you is not being unappreciated. We appreciate all the good cops who out there who doing their job. This is not for all the cops either. This is for the cops who wearing that badge and just as bad as criminals out in the streets. This for the cops who not obeying the law and not serving and protecting each other. And protecting each other and their community. You do have great cops out there. So I do understand the frustration of us as a black community when it comes to police brutality, because it's not right. It's just not right. But it's also not right to kill our own people. So two wrongs don't make a right. So we have to make change. We have to stick together as a community and as a nation of black people. We have to stick together. And I know everybody is not going to, but I think we can get better step by step. It's called baby steps. You got to crawl before you walk. You got to drink milk before you eat steak. So what I'm saying, it's a process. Patience, love, peace. Committed. Because us black people, we are special and unique people. Because you want to know why? We know, like I said, we know how it feels to be down and out. We know how it feels not to have food on our table. We know how to feel not to have clothes on our back. We know how it feels to be a single, to be raised by only a mother. We know how I feel to only be raised by a father. Some mothers that's not in their own kids' lives. So we know how that feels to be at the lowest point. And that's what makes us unique and special people. Because we know that. So, if we stick together, we'll be unstoppable. Like I said on my other show, we was designed to get kicked out the game. Remember, back in the 70s, all the factories was there. Man, people didn't even have to go to college. They was making as much money. They was making as much money. Then, in the 80s, what do? Now the black people laid off work. They ain't making the money that they making because they went in the neighborhood, took all the factory and the good industrial jobs away. Then the 80s is when the what? The cocaine came. It's when the crack came. So we already then lost all our jobs. So it's either you gonna set it or you gonna use it. Then here come the 90s, the welfare system. The welfare system is designed to take the black man out. Yeah, I'm going to give you this, but you got to tell me this. Section 8, he can't be on your list. Controlling. That's what welfare all about, is to control you and tell you who and can be in your life. Then the early 2000s, back in the 90s and the 2000s, what did they do? Take trades out of school. You used to be able to, while you in high school, take up a trade. The plumbing, the electricians. Those are the breadwinners. Those are the skills that pay the bills. But they done took all that out the system, out the school system. They don't even want us to pray in the school system. People, we gotta wake up. It's about controlling in our black community. We was the breadwinners. We still is. And what we gotta realize is that we was born behind. But just because we was born behind a race don't mean we can't finish and win the race. 75% of the world is in front of us. White people was born silver spoon, great parents, worked, got good jobs, got good houses, got good cars. Kids didn't have to worry about school. Kids didn't have to worry about a meal. Kids didn't worry about how to struggle. But you know what? Those kids don't know how to make it in life. When life really hits you. When life really throw that curveball at you, that's what make us black people so unique. Because we know how to hit that curveball. You can't throw that curveball past me because I've been there. I studied it. I know what that curveball do. They can't because they've been silver spoon and fed all their life. So that's what makes us great and unique people. And we need to really make Black Lives Matter by really Giving the same energy we give for police brutality, the same energy we give on black crime, then there will be a truly and full change. Coming up next, I just want to give my final thoughts